The adventures of Greta Thunberg. In May, she decided to take a ship to Gaza with humanitarian aid.
We are setting sail today, about a month after our latest attempt to go on with this mission. The boat was bombed twice. All evidence suggests Israel.
And it wasn't long until drones and a military helicopter were following them.
This is the third night and there's a drone on top of our ship. We need your support right now.
And then Israel stated that they were not going to allow the ship to arrive, and they ordered the military to stop them. And this is when Greta claims that they were kidnapped, even though we can clearly see her being treated very kindly. And then Greta was deported, and some people claim that she was pretending to be handcuffed as soon as she saw reporters. So in this video, we're going to find out how somebody goes from being a climate activist to getting deported from Israel. Would you please make sure that you are subscribed? Let's begin. So Greta was born in Sweden in 2003, and around in 2018 she began skipping class in high school to be a climate activist, and she began giving speeches, and this is when she gained a lot of popularity.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Donald Trump actually recently commented on Greta, and by the way, she does have Asperger's, just in case you were wondering.
Do you have a message for Greta Thunberg, and did she come up on your call with the Prime Minister today?
Well, she's a strange person. She's a young, angry person. I don't know if it's real anger. It's hard to believe, actually, but I saw what happened. She's certainly different. Anger management. I think she has to go to an anger management class. That's my primary recommendation for her.
So I didn't know her name was Thunberg, is how you say her last name. But now apparently she is in Paris, and she is still advocating to free Palestine. I personally am just wondering why? I guess you could call it some type of bravery to go there, but it also sounds just too dangerous to put yourself in a situation as extreme as that. But I guess she does have some fans. This person says she is a great woman in our time, and another person says that she has greater grit than all of the world leaders combined. I mean, I'm sure if you're going to go on some type of travel, you're going to want to enjoy it no matter what. It just seems like in some of the videos, the way that she's swimming in the water or flying the Palestinian flag at the front of the boat like she's on the Titanic, it does seem a little bit performative, and I guess that is the whole point, is to get attention. It just kind of seems like she's on a vacation.
All those scenarios were included in our risk assessments that we have made prior to getting out on this mission, and of course we know that it's a very risky mission, and we know that previous experiences with flotillas like this has resulted in attacks, interceptions, violence, and even cases of death. But of course.
Wait, so if you know that you're putting yourself at risk of attacks or death, and that is something that could very well happen, why are you doing it? And why are you doing it in a froggy hat?
None of those risks are even remotely as high as to the risk that Palestinians are facing every day just by trying to survive. And right now, as you said, the mission is to get to Gaza to be able to deliver and distribute the humanitarian aid that we're carrying. But we are well aware of the risks going there, but we are aiming for that.
At least she's not just your average pro-Palestinian protester who screams about change or what they want to happen, and she actually took some action to try to do what she believes is the right thing, and that is bringing food and aid to Gaza. I mean, it's a very complicated situation, and it's not as easy as just taking a side of being pro-Palestine or pro-Israel, because I'm somebody who doesn't understand it to the depth of the people that live there. So, I mean, she went there, hopefully understands, and found a mission that she believes with, and tried to take some action to help. However, it is pretty weird that then she goes on to say that she was kidnapped or treated really badly, and basically in a way making fun of people who actually have had those things happen to them by the people, I guess, that she was trying to help, right? Am I getting this right? Am I missing anything here? But a lot of people are talking about the hypocrisy of the forms that she is traveling. I mean, in boats and on planes because of, what does this say? Back to Sweden, the flight is operated by a 787 Boeing, a new generation plane creating 25% fewer emissions. So I guess this post is actually saying that it is not hypocritical of her because she is on a plane that is environmentally friendly. But other people do think that it's kind of weird that she just dropped the whole climate change persona thing. Something so strange that I've noticed about the world is there's some cultures that absolutely love it when a foreigner comes and embraces their dress, their lifestyle, their way of acting, and just their culture in general. And that seems to be what is happening here. And so that could make a person feel really good and also maybe want to continue fighting for them or being like, yeah, I'm totally on your side because, you know, they made that person feel good and gave her a lot of attention.
Greta, kom du flagga upp för Palestina?
Greta, de vill prata med dig där.
I mean, in some ways, it kind of seems like she is an actual hero to them. They are literally bathing her in flowers. Reporters are all over her. I bet in their local news, she is seen as just this absolute hero. Like, they're taking pictures of her, they're swarming her. She is just a complete celebrity on their land. But probably in places like in the US, if people saw Greta at the store, they're probably like, isn't that girl? I don't know if they would like worship her or give her a bunch of flowers, but she has some fans in some parts of the world, that's for sure. It seems like we live in such a polarizing time that people are either a huge fan of Greta or they absolutely despise her and they think that she's just an insane narcissist. It would make sense to me if she stays in Paris because throughout Paris, it seems like there is a really large pro-Palestinian movement happening. Here you can see them in Paris chanting pro-Palestinian things. Does anybody else find it a little bit strange that just because you see a flag being raised in a country doesn't mean that you are in the country of the flag that is being raised? It seems like throughout the world, people are just putting flags of different countries in other places that are not that country. And I mean, that's happening a lot in the US. We see the Palestinian flag, the Ukrainian flag, the LGBTQ flag, the Mexican flag, and it's like, what about the American flag? Or throughout France, like you're seeing here, we see the Palestinian flag and other types of flags, and there's, I think I just saw one French flag. It's a little weird. So this post says that Madeleine was only the beginning. That was the name of the boat that she was on. And so perhaps what she was doing was supposed to inspire more people to risk their lives. Don't do that. Be safe. Is it really a good idea to travel to Israel right now when they literally tell us not to? It's not even like they tell us to reconsider travel there. They literally say, don't do it. Don't do it. So here is this clip of her at the airport. Let's watch really closely to her hands. I mean, wait. Okay, she has her hands behind her back already. You know, sometimes I will stand like that just because it feels more comfortable or to kind of stretch. I don't know if people are inferring too much, but it does kind of seem like she's like, oh, I got kidnapped. I'm being detained. No, I don't think that that is just a normal way of walking. What is she doing? I mean, also, she kind of eyed the people that were recording her, and then she looked away. She's like, I didn't see that. Probably the best post about Greta Thunberg is this one. It says, "World record. Greta Thunberg becomes the first hostage victim in history whose kidnappers' only demand is that she leaves." People are also making fun of the fact of how Greta was saying she was treated so poorly, and yet she's flying nice on this airplane. She looks really comfortable. She's only complaining about the fact that she's not in business class with the little slippers and some nice juice and snacks. And this person is also not a fan. They say, like, 25,000 likes that say you think Greta Thunberg is a gob person who thinks she knows it all. And how many likes do you think this has? Do you think it reached 25,000? If it does, then I think this conversation is over. But if not, then it's still up for debate. Let's find out. Oh, they have 9,400 likes so far. How long ago was this posted? So that was posted a few days ago. So I don't know. They're halfway there. Let me know what you guys think about it. And please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and join me every Friday for live Q&As on my Patreon. The link is in the description. See you next time. Bye.